Jay-Z, the American rapper, is one of the few individuals who have made it to the very top of the industry after starting at the very bottom. Despite being raised by a single mother, Jay-Z is now recognized among industry heavyweights along with Rihanna, Kanye West, and J. Cole. However, for Jay-Z, things have not always been great since the beginning, as he had a very rough childhood. His early days were so complicated that he even dropped out of high school to earn money selling crack. Nobody could have predicted that this young, troubled boy, who had even shot his sibling in the shoulder once, would go on to not only become a major driving force in the development of music, but also in business. So, how did he become a famous rapper, and, most specifically, what drove his success in the business world? How did he manage to have a $70 million art collection and houses in Bel Air, East Hampton, and Tribeca, valued at $50 million? Join us as we'll uncover the strategies followed by Jay-Z in his career and business ventures in detail, so stay with us to find out. Getting back to the video, let's first take a look at Jay-Z's early life. Well, Jay-Z, whose original name is Shawn Corey Carter, was born to Gloria Carter and Agnes Reeves on December 4, 1969, in Brooklyn, New York. His father left him when he was 11, leaving his mother to raise him and his siblings on her own. The family's home was in the dangerous and drug-infested Marcy projects. He quickly adopted the crack cocaine dealing and gun culture norms of the area. He attended George Westinghouse CTE High School, Eli Whitney High School, and Trenton Central High School. It was there where he met future music industry stars like Busta Rhymes and the notorious B.I.G. His passion for music began when his mother gave him a boombox for his birthday. He started off freestyling, writing his own rhymes, and modeling his sound after that of several contemporary musicians. In 1989, he met the rapper J.O., who became his mentor and taught him the ropes of the rap game. Since he was already known as Jazzy in the community, he decided to legally change his name to Jay-Z to honor his mentor. It was at this point when he started implementing a series of strategies that led him to become the wealthiest rapper of all time. Strategy 1. Bet on yourself. After many failed attempts of getting signed by record deals, Jay-Z, along with Damon Dash and Kareem Burke, started their own record label, Roc-A-Fella Records, in 1996. He released his first album later that year. He then started getting attention from several senior executives at several record labels, such as Kevin Liles, who at the time was a senior executive at Def Jam. During an interview with the Wall Street Journal, Kevin Liles told the interviewer they tried to sign Jay-Z through a traditional signing deal, to which the rapper replied, "I own the company I rap for." Instead of signing with Def Jam, Jay-Z and his partners sold half of their record label to Def Jam for $1.5 million a year later. In 2004, 7 years later, they sold Def Jam the other half for $10 million, with the agreement that Jay-Z would remain as CEO for 3 more years. Strategy 2. See the value and bet on the underdog. We can see many examples of how Jay-Z was never afraid of betting on the underdog, such as the time when he signed a 4-year-old deal with Reebok in 2003 and left industry leader Nike hanging. Although the value of the deal was never disclosed, it is known that Reebok sold 10,000 of Jay-Z's sneakers at $150 within the first hour of their release. Another example happened in 2010, when he decided to promote Microsoft's search engine Bing through his book Decoded, instead of partnering with Google, the #1 search engine worldwide. We also see it when in 2003, he decided to buy an NBA team and acquired a percentage of the Nets, who at the time were not as good, nor as popular as the Knicks. He eventually moved the Nets away from New Jersey to his hometown Brooklyn. According to Forbes, Jay-Z invested $1 million on the Knicks and sold his share for approximately $135 million 10 years later. Impressive returns. Strategy 3. Think long-term. A clear example of this could be seen with his relationship with Budweiser. In 2006, Jay-Z promoted his album Kingdom Come through a Budweiser commercial during Monday Night Football. Soon after that, he was appointed co-brand director of Budweiser Select Beer. Now, over 15 years later, Jay-Z continues to have a corporate relationship relationship with Budweiser as the sponsor of his music festival called Made in America. The same happened with his relationship with Live Nation. In 2008, after leaving Def Jam, Jay-Z signed a $150 million deal with Live Nation. This deal allowed the label to get a percentage of merchandising, licensing, and touring revenue, and in return they helped him set up his management company, Roc Nation. As of now, the company has expanded way beyond music into sports, startups, and even consulting. According to Fast Company, Jay-Z's portfolio has a value of over $200 million and is rapidly increasing in value. Strategy 4. Control your image. In 1999, Jay-Z co-founded Roc-A-Wear Clothing along with Damon Dash after becoming aware he could control the way he portrayed himself to his public and influence the urban community's style. The label offered both adults and children a broad selection of designer urban designs in the form of apparel and accessory alternatives, all of which could be purchased in an affordable price range. In 2007, Jay-Z sold the brand to Iconics Brand Group for a staggering amount of $204 million. Strategy 6. Know when to exit. Jay-Z sold his record label Roc-A-Fella very early in the game, but by selling half of the company, he was able to get knowledgeable people on board that would help him increase the value of his first company. The capital he got from the sale allowed him to invest in his following business and diversify his portfolio. The same happened in March of 2021. Jay-Z parted ways with close to half of his Armand de Brignac champagne holdings in a transaction that resulted in a valuation of the premier liquor firm of approximately $640 million when he sold it to LVMH, a multinational conglomerate of luxury brands that include Moet Chandon, Louis Vuitton, and many other high-end brands. By doing this, he managed to sit at the table of the biggest and most luxurious conglomerate company worldwide and use their expertise to further grow his brand. Strategy 5. Create a supporting ecosystem. Last, but one of the most important strategies he implemented was that he always ventured into industries or companies that supported each other or somehow were in the same ecosystem of rap music and lifestyle that goes with it. This is clearly shown with him being a singer, then expanding his efforts to production of other musicians, sometimes providing his own voice as a feature on their recordings to further boost their profiles. This strategy is also seen in his clothing company, Roc-A-Wear, and ownership of various top-shelf alcoholic beverage brands, such as his champagne brand called Armand de Brignac and his cognac brand called Douce, as all those things went along with the rapping high-end image. We also see the ecosystem when he started Entitled, the company that was created with the intention of directly competing with Spotify in a market that was open at the time it was released. In 2015, Jay-Z provided the first seed funding for this streaming platform, which was valued at $56 million. The present market value of the firm is in excess of $600 million. As a shrewd business move, Jay-Z recently sold the company's controlling ownership in Tidal to Jack Dorsey, CEO of the mobile payment service Square, for $297 million. In conclusion, to call Jay-Z a pop star would be an understatement. From a humble beginning as a rapper and producer, he has risen to the very pinnacle of the music business, where he now wields incredible influence and money. Once Jay-Z had already broken records and dominated the music industry, he decided he wanted more. He wanted even more fame and wealth, so he went after other forms of income in a typical Jay-Z manner and ended up dominating every business industry he touched. Jay-Z has always been hungry for success. In 2005, he rapped in one of his songs, "I'm not a businessman, I'm a business man," and we could not agree more. Jay-Z is thought to have a current net worth of more than $1.3 billion. This is because he has made many smart investments, followed a well-defined strategy, and built strong business relationships. So that was all about Jay-Z, a story of pushing through adversity to become an icon in American history. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and comment down below. Our goal with this channel has been to create good, entertaining brain food that will broaden your mind and widen your skill set while having a few laughs on the way. By liking and subscribing to our channel, you help us create more content for you.